Anastasia, aka the Spiritual Goth. Thank you for visiting my channel. If you're interested in tarot readings, spirituality, and just all things witchy and gothy, then like and subscribe to my channel. I would really love to give you readings on a weekly basis, which is exactly what I'm doing here with my love reading. So the way that this works is that these are general readings. You pick a pile that you resonate with, and this reading is going to give you some clarity, hopefully, and some guidance on whatever is happening in your love life. So because this is a general reading, these readings are being given to hundreds of people. Know that some of it might not resonate with you, but I try to be as detailed as possible to try to make each pile resonate with everyone. So I will tell you what the pile means for you if you're in a relationship, or what the pile means if you're single. I really try to be as detailed as possible to give you the best information for your greatest and highest good. So, as I said, whatever doesn't resonate with you probably resonates with the next person. So just leave that part for the next person. Let me explain how this works. So you have 3 piles here. First pile is rose quartz crystal. And then you have the tiger's eye crystal. And then we have the Cuprite crystal. I'm going to, in a second, insert an image of these 3 sitting together on this table. And you are going to take in a very deep breath and exhale. Ask your spirit guides and your guardian angels, whoever is helping you along in life, what you need to know about your love life. And then just set an intention. Make sure that your intention is to get any information for your greatest and highest good, no matter what it is. And then pick a crystal or a pile that resonates with you. When I do these videos, a lot of times I'm like, it's that one. Sometimes you just like instinctually in your gut know which pile is yours. That's fine too. But do intentionally choose a pile that you resonate with. And yeah, here's the picture now. By now, you have chosen your pile. If you do not want to watch the entire video, go to the description box and you will see the timestamp for whichever pile you chose. That way you don't need to waste your time watching other readings that don't resonate with you. I really hope that you guys get all the information that you need from this reading. I will be posting a lot more readings in general. And if these readings resonate with you, please let me know in the comments. Don't forget, like, subscribe, tell your friends. I will see you guys in your reading. Hello, pile number 1 people. If you chose rose quartz, this is your pile. I just have to say before I look at these cards with you, as I was shuffling and drawing your cards, a lot of major arcana cards came out, like a lot. So I was like, okay, I'm going to just put my deck back together, reshuffle, and see what comes out again. And the same major arcana cards came out. So most of you probably don't know what major arcana cards are. The tarot is made up of 2 different parts. The first part is made up of major arcana cards, which are life lessons. So there are about I believe 15 life lessons that you go through. The tarot is kind of like a story. So I do think that the minor arcana cards get a little bit more specific, which is why I was like, I would love to give them a little bit more specific information, but I think right now, in terms of love, there's just a lot of learning and growing that you have to do. So that is why these Major Arcana cards came out. So let me go over the cards. The way that my readings work, I do past, present, and future. And like I said, so many Major Arcana cards came out. 3 of them came out in a row for you. So I pulled a Minor Arcana card at the end, which is, you'll see. Okay, so your past card is the Hanged Man. And if you are familiar with Edgar Allan Poe, I am using my Poe Tarot deck for the first time, and like, you don't understand how happy this makes my heart. I have his face tattooed on my arm, and I've been obsessed with him since I was a kid. My room, there's Poe everywhere. If you're familiar with the stories, this is from The Pit and the Pendulum, and it represents the Hanged Man. So this card is representing that in the past, you have needed to take a step back from your relationship, if you are in one, and figure some things out. So maybe you were feeling like you weren't sure where your relationship was going. Maybe you were feeling like you and your partner were not on the same page. Something was definitely giving you the feeling of like, I need to take this step back to protect myself. The Hanged Man is a card that represents not making any rash decisions. You are taking a step back, you are assessing the situation, and then you are to make a decision. But you are to wait, right? So you may have felt like you needed to take a step back, take some time for yourself, and just like assess your relationship to see if this is really what you wanted. And alternatively, if you're single, you may have just needed to take a step back and honestly, like, look at your expectations of what a relationship is. Or maybe you're hung up on an ex. This could also mean that, like, you are stuck on an ex and, like, can't move forward. But I think it also means, like, needing to, like, take a step back from relationships in general and just figure out what you want. So in any case, if you're in a relationship or if you're single, I think this card represents the same thing. Just needing to step back and, like, assess. So in the present, I feel like you were probably doing this, hopefully, because you got the moon. So the moon comes out when there are a lot of unconscious, darker sides to us that need to come to the light. So you could be dealing with your fears and anxieties right now. Like I said, hopefully, or some of you might just be like noticing them but not really doing anything about it and letting it take over you. But some of you could be dealing with it. But regardless, this card is showing your need to deal with whatever unconscious fears and anxieties or perceptions or old patterns that you've had in relationships that are resurfacing and causing problems in your relationship or causing you to not find a partner. Maybe you have trust issues. Maybe you have abandonment issues. Maybe, like I said, you're stuck on an ex. Maybe you are a person who tends to self-sabotage a relationship. Really look within and figure out why you do that. What is holding you back from being happy? That is kind of the message behind the moon in a love relationship. It's like, assess the situation, see what's going on. In a darker case, the moon represents secrets and hiding. So if you're in a relationship, maybe you or your partner is not being completely honest. If you're dating, maybe the person that you're dating is not being completely honest, or maybe you're not yourself, or maybe you're not being honest with yourself. There's something going on here that needs to be worked through. And once you work through that, remember how I told you that the world is everything? Here's the world. This is your future card. You will feel like you have accomplished everything. Whenever there is a castle in a tarot card, that means stability. That means you're building a strong foundation for your future. And you also have the sun here. So in this card, you have the moon. What's opposite of the moon? What's opposite of dark? Light. So imagery in tarot is really, really important. You have the sun here, and the sun is saying that all of this darkness is going to come to light. You will deal with it, and then you will be able to move forward, and you will literally feel like you can conquer the world. Like the world is in your hands. That's the phrase that always comes to mind when I see this card. The Three of Cups is showing a happy union of two people who come together and they're celebrating something. So that can be celebrating a wedding or celebrating an engagement. There's something to celebrate. So the story that I'm seeing here is that you've needed to take a step back from your romantic situation or romance in general to kind of like determine what you want, but you also in the present need to be dealing with whatever it is that you find when you step back. When you do that, you will literally feel like you can have anyone you want. If you're in a relationship and there are some issues there, you will find that those issues have been resolved. If you're single and you're like, I don't want to date anyone, and then you're all in your head, then once you get to the world, you'll see that you have so many people out there who are willing to date you and want to date you. Like, don't think that you're not worthy of love. And then the Three of Cups is showing you'll be extremely happy, and whatever you want will come true. I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you. So we'll get a little bit more information on this story with this romance oracle deck that I'm in love with. I'm just going to pull as many cards. I'll pull 3 cards, see what's going on in your specific situation. Okay. Sorry. I'll tell you what it is in a second. I'm kind of just seeing whichever cards jump out. Then I'm like, okay, that is Spirit's way of saying, ooh, okay. I have a really good story here. It pretty much like goes with whatever I was saying too. So the first card says, pay attention to the red flags. If you're in a relationship and in the past you've needed to take a step back because you're like, there are some red flags here, then pay attention to the red flags and listen to your instinct. Listen to whatever your gut is telling you. And both of these cards are pointing me to there might be some issues in your relationship that you might want to consider whether or not it's worth salvaging. Like if someone is not treating you well and you've needed to take a step back, red flags. Okay, you want someone who makes you happy. You want someone who makes you feel like you have conquered the world. So pay attention to the red flags, whether you're single or in a relationship. And if this applies to you, you know for a fact that what I mean by this. Make the effort is showing me that there's so much work that needs to be done internally in order for you to feel like you are worthy of love that is pure and happy, and a partner who is reliable and dependable and loving and trustworthy and caring. So just make the effort to take those steps to figure out what might be holding you back from receiving love. And if you're in a relationship that is not healthy, what might be holding you back from leaving. Okay, so there's still some inner work that needs to be done here regardless. So this card says, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So great love is worth dealing with all of your like emotional issues that you don't want to deal with for. Okay? And guess what your next card is? Worth waiting for. Again, if you're not in a relationship with someone who treats you well, a better relationship, the Three of Cups, a marriage, a union between two people, celebration is worth waiting for. The world is worth waiting for. I would just say get out and pay attention to the red flags. But if you think that your issues might just be all in your head and your partner is great, then just make the effort to do the inner work and figure out what's going on. I'm going to pull some more cards for you. Spellcasting Oracle deck. I literally bought this like today, and I think it's going to be my new best friend. It's just like, I'm going to use it for every deck. I love the imagery. I love the clear cut, just simple one-word answers. I like to use my intuition when I'm doing readings and not the book. And I feel like when there's only one-word answers or like short answers, it makes it so much easier for me to just like piece it together in a very pure way, if that makes sense. So the first card you had was lighten your load. I think you're carrying so much emotionally and you need to let it go. Again, like he has the world on his shoulders instead of the world in his hands. It's like, why carry the world on your shoulders and on your back when you could be carrying it in your hand? So just really think about that. That's like just showing that you need to do the inner work. The next one says good luck. I think that means that you're going to have good luck. It's funny that there's a black cat there, but it's saying like you will do well, okay? The universe is not conspiring against you. The universe is always conspiring with you. So you will have good luck in whatever you decide to do for yourself in your best interest. I'm going to leave you guys with one more card, and it's going to be an affirmation card. Something that you can tell yourself, something that you need to know right now. Something for you to meditate on, journal about. I always give these to people in my readings because I think affirmations are pretty great. Just one card, please. Got it. See, when you ask for things, the universe gives it to you. Okay, so I literally just said that, and this card says, the universe has big plans for me, and it's time to claim them. So that's your affirmation. The universe has big plans for me, and it's time to claim them. You claim these plans when you do your shadow work. Work on figuring out who your shadow self is, bring the shadow self to light, make friends with that person, make them go away, and then you are just full of light. And you are, like I said, on the same vibrations of the universe, and the universe is going to have big plans for you. So I hope you have found this helpful. I hope that you have gotten some clarity here, or I don't know, in some way this has helped you to figure out your situation. I have faith in you. You can do this. If you need resources, message me and we can talk. If you would like a private reading that's more tailored to you, DM me or send me a message on I don't know. That is what a DM is. Direct message me on Instagram, or you can go to my website, thespiritualgoth.com, and email me. I'm still taking clients right now. There is a small wait, but it is worth it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this. And in the next coming days, I will be posting a general reading for the next couple months to see where you're headed. If you have any friends who might be interested in my reading, or any of these readings, then please share my profile. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more tarot readings. Follow me on Instagram if you would like just quotes, more tarot readings. I'm going to start doing cards of the weeks. That is also where you will get just like updates on my spiritual journey and whatnot. So have a good day. Pile number 2, people, if you chose Tiger's Eye, which was this guy right here, then this is your reading. So as you, or if you don't know, the way these readings go is I choose 3 cards. The first card represents your past, the second card represents your present, and the third card represents your future. I'm using my new amazing Edgar Allan Poe deck, and it's just great. It's great. All right, so let's see what's going on here. My first just like impressions reading this is that it's going to start off really good. It's going to seem really scary in the middle, but at the end it gets better. So our first card here, hopefully you can see, is the 10 of Cups. This is your past. Your present card is the 8 of Swords. And your future card is the King of Cups. So there's 2 cups here. The cups generally stand for emotions and feelings. Cups, it's like water, emotions. Okay, so your past represents the 10 of Cups, which is a really, really, really great card. I haven't really looked at these cards yet, but even in the image you can kind of see that like she looks really happy. There's a man behind her who to me looks like he's going to serenade her maybe. She is just like, there's a rainbow in the background, there's a castle. A lot of imagery in tarot cards are really important, not just the name. Hopefully you guys can see it, but generally when there's a castle in a tarot card, that means that there is a strong foundation. There is some stability. You're like really just like building some strong bones for your house. So this is a love reading, so we're going to pertain this to a relationship. We have the rainbow, as I said, and we all know that rainbows are great. So 10 of Cups represents just like true happiness. You feel like you have found your soulmate. This person just fits with you. Like as soon as you met, it was almost like you knew it, you clicked. You guys might have some past life connections, or you might even be a twin flame. This card just represents like a union of 2 people who were kind of destined to meet one another. They were supposed to be in each other's path. So if you have recently been married, or your relationship has just stepped up to the next level, like maybe you've got engaged, then that is what this 10 of Cups is showing me. At least it is showing me a very happy union, 2 people who, like I said, are very equals. They're equals in the relationship. They're very happy. They love each other. They're very supportive. That is the 10 of Cups. So if you are single, you're probably like, all right, well, that doesn't apply to me. If you are single, then in your past, 10 of Cups is showing me that this is something that you have wanted, like maybe something that you're really desiring, or something that you had in the past, but now you don't anymore because something could have happened, like there could have been a breakup, or something like that. And if there was a breakup, then this person, as I said, was probably your soulmate, so they might come back into your life. But I don't really want to go there. But yeah, so the Ten of Cups, if you're single, is like you may have wanted a relationship that was really happy, and like you were looking for a soulmate, right? And like I said, you could have found it, and things don't seem to be working out right now, but I will explain in the next card what's going on. So our second card is the Eight of Swords. So this card's really interesting, and if you look, it looks like he's lying in his own coffin, and there are just like daggers over his head, 8 daggers. It's like he's dug himself a grave and he's lying in it, right? So we go from the Ten of Cups, a very happy, very loving, very like soulmate type relationship, and something happens. You're presently at a point where things are just a little bit rocky. Your soulmate and yourself are having issues. And like I said, it looks like he dug his own grave and he's laying in it. When I look at the Eight of Swords, I think of, and the swords represent like mental, like whatever is happening in your head mentally. It's like you're feeling trapped and you're feeling bound by fear, but you are the one who is actually in control of the situation. So you could be letting your past interfere in your current relationship and almost self-sabotaging in a sense, where you're like bringing back old patterns into your relationship, trying to ruin it, because we do that sometimes. Or you could be just completely in your head and you guys don't seem to be on the same page because of miscommunication. Something's definitely going on, and I would say that you need to do some inner work to determine what it is that you are missing in your relationship. I'm also going to pull a clarifying card out. I'm going to pull from my very new deck, even though I would love to use my psychic tarot deck. I don't know where it is. There, it's too far. I'm going to use the spellcasting deck. I actually just got this deck today. So I'm just gonna get a clarifying card, like what's going on in the with the Eight of Swords cards here in your relationship. So we got confidence. I really am feeling like it's you. You're in your head. One of you is in your head. It's lacking confidence. Maybe you're like, why is this person with me? Why do they even love me? They're too good for me. I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit of just like self-sabotage here, where you're just questioning things because you think it's too good to be true. And the thing that I can say is you deserve love. You need to be open to it, and you have to realize that this person is with you for a reason. You guys are together for a reason. And why would you not be worthy of love? You're probably, not probably, you are amazing. I just use the word probably a lot. Okay, so the second card is well-being. And because the Eight of Swords, like I said, it has to do with like mental, like your mental processing, your mental stability. I would say that like you're not taking care of your mental well-being. You're probably letting too many things get in the way of your relationship, and I feel that it's just like something that you need to work on. And this is something you guys can work on together, but it's really a soul issue that you probably just need to find some like love within yourself. And I always write this in my readings, and RuPaul said it too. You like, how are you gonna find love if you can't love yourself? I mean, he says it in a different way, but yeah. All right, so I'm going to use the Romance Oracle deck for a little bit more insight here. So I'm just going to do like a past, present, future here. And then I'll tell you about the future. But first, let's see what's going on. Okay, so we have playfulness, getting to know each other, and very soon. So what I'm seeing here is that there's a lot of like jovial happiness in your relationship. At least at first there was always. Just like maybe you guys like really got each other's jokes, you're really happy, you're like very playful. And then things started to get serious as you started to get to know each other. I think as you started to get to know each other and your bond started to deepen, then one of you started to pull back a little bit. And I really do think that has a lot to do with like confidence. It has a lot to do with like not taking care of your mental like well-being. And I know that we're in a pandemic, so we've had a lot of time to think on our own. So I'm really feeling that like that could have something to do with this, but it could also be that like you are just not in a place where you are loving yourself and confident in yourself. So this card says very soon. It says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So it's like you have to decide to work on your issues with yourself in order to be open to the love and receptive to the love that this person who is probably your soulmate is giving you. So I'd really think about like I don't know, reading some books, getting in touch with your spiritual side, like The Untitled Soul by Michael Singer. I recommend it to everyone. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I don't know his last name. But yeah, you need to do some soul searching, some spiritual journeying here. I have good news. The King of Cups is your future card. This is like the best card that you can get in a love reading. So what I'm seeing is in a relationship, you found your soulmate, you are really just like super happy together, and then you start to get into your head and your confidence gets the best of you. And you're not taking care of yourself emotionally. So you, like I said, self-sabotage a little bit. And the relationship is not super rocky. It's a little rocky right now. It's not super, it's not easy. But in the future, you have the King of Cups, which is a card that represents a mature and happy and healthy relationship. So this card is also... if you're single, let me go back to that. The Eight of Swords, if you're single, just means you could be in your head too much, and that's why it's been difficult to find a partner. Like, too much anxiety, too much fear. Same exact thing that I said earlier applies to you. Do some soul searching, build your confidence, work on your emotional well-being, and then you will attract someone who is emotionally mature, who is available to you, who is... this is the King of Cups, so someone who is like in touch with their emotional side and very loving and kind and dependable. And I think that's what you need. You need someone who gives you like affirmations and tells you that they love you and is whatever your love language is, like they're going to give that to you because they're going to want to know what it is and they're going to want to cater to you. And again, if you're in a relationship, same thing. The relationship blossoms into an immense amount of emotional maturity where you're able to really just like move forward and be happy and be joyful without any insecurities weighing you back or any sort of issues in confidence, right? I'm going to give you guys an affirmation card. There it is. Okay, so your affirmation card is, when I'm tuned in to the energy of abundance, I become abundant. So think about what abundance means. Yes, abundance can mean money, but abundance can also mean happiness. If you're tuned into the energy of abundance, abundance is it's a positive word, right? It has positive vibrations. It carries positive vibrations. So if your energy is positive and carrying positive vibrations, then you're matching the positive vibrations of the word abundant, and then you are going to literally be manifesting happiness. But you cannot be on a higher vibration, or you cannot be matching the energy of abundance if you're stuck here in your own coffin. So I hope that this reading has helped you in some way to just realize that right now whatever you're going through is just a hump, and you're going to get through it, just like a Wednesday. We get through hump day. You can get through it. I'm a teacher for a living, so I have really bad middle school teacher jokes. But seriously, if you guys want a private reading where we can delve into this even further, I am still accepting clients, so you can always DM me or message me, go to my website, several ways that you can get a hold of me, and we can do a love reading for you. So thank you so much for watching, and I will be posting a general reading for the rest of the fall in the next few days. I'm not going to put a date on it. If you really enjoyed this video and think that your friends would enjoy this also, then please share my video with your friends. Thank you, and see you later. Hi, group number 3. Alright, so if you chose the Cuprite, which is this green, beautiful crystal right here, then this is your reading. Okay, so the way that my readings go, I pull 3 cards. The first card represents your past, the second card represents your present, and the third card represents your future. So your past card was the 9 of Pentacles. And I'm using the most amazing thing in the world that just lights up my heart and makes me super happy. It is the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot deck. I'm so obsessed with Edgar Allan Poe. I've been obsessed with him since I was literally 5 years old. And I have his face tattooed on my arm. He's all over my room, literally staring at me in every corner of my room. So this deck, it has a lot of like literary allusions to Poe, which is really cool. Just wanted to point that out there if you notice any, although I don't think these cards do. But anyway, this deck is amazing. So 9 of Pentacles, this is your past card. This card is telling me that you have in the past been more interested in building up yourself financially than being in a relationship. You were more focused on creating stability within yourself, mostly financial stability, or finding a stable career, or getting to a place where you feel comfortable enough to date. That was more important to you than being in a relationship. That's if you're single. If you're in a relationship, this card represents that you and your partner together have been focused on building up financial security, becoming like building strong foundations for yourself, becoming like stable, and that was a main priority. So whichever it is, if you're single or if you're in a relationship, this card is showing me that you did it. So now you're ready to move forward. You are in a place where you feel good financially, you feel like you're in a pretty good place with your career, and now you can kind of look elsewhere and figure out what else you want. So in the present, this is the Ace of Wands. Aces always represent a new beginning, the start of something. So Ace of Wands represents new physical movement. You are physically moving into a new chapter of your relationship, or you are physically moving into a new chapter of your life if you're single. You are like, they're just new beginnings, and they're really good new beginnings. So you're just kind of growing, and you're in a place where you have the energy to kind of focus on your love life a little bit and moving it forward, like literally propelling your love life forward. This card could also represent like moving to a new place, but I'm really not getting that vibe. Although maybe, because there are waters in this card and this card. So maybe, but I'm feeling like it's like starting a new chapter in your life. Some of you could be moving to a new place. Yes, I am actually seeing that now. And some of you are just like not literally moving into a new place, but just starting a new chapter of your lives. And you're ready for a new chapter. You've built the strong foundation for yourself. So why wouldn't you be? So your future card to me is coming as a bit of a warning. It is the 9 of Wands. And notice who's on top of the person in the sky here. The devil, right? So this card is showing me that your demons are coming back to haunt you. So it's kind of like, all right, you have built this strong financial foundation for you, and you have created this sense of stability in your life where you're feeling good in your career-wise, but I don't think you were thinking about yourself and mending your emotional needs and figuring out what you actually want. So for me, it's like, all right, I have a good job, I have a steady income, now I'm ready to go. But it's that's where you're at now, but it's like, no, let's take a step back here. You've secured this career, you've secured this financial stability, but why don't we work on ourselves first before we just jump into something new? So this card is really showing me that, like, deal with your inner demons first before you start a new relationship, or before you and your partner, who were probably very focused on just building a financial stability and security for yourself, and now like you guys need to work on any emotional or mental like issues that might be going on. Really just doing some like shadow work, which I literally recommend to everyone, which is dealing with the shadow side of yourself so you can become all light. Yeah, you definitely need to do some work here, some inner work here, in order to really, really be successful and move forward. So I'm just going to pull some more cards for you from my romance deck, just to get a little bit more insight into what's happening here, what's going on. Okay, that is a very strong card. Okay, I'm kind of getting it here. I totally see the picture. So the 3 cards that you got are separation, give your relationship a chance, and soulmate, which is, I was like, that's a strong card. It feels like my second pile people. It feels like, if you're single, let's go with the single people first. You have built a strong foundation for yourself financially. You're in a place of stability and happy. You're happy. And then you're ready to start this new chapter, and your inner demons come out back to haunt you. I'm thinking someone from your past that you may have dated will come back into your life. And this person might be your soulmate. So separation, soulmate, give your relationship a chance. It's looking like that to me. This could also mean with an alternative perspective, or for some other people. You've built a strong financial stability for yourself. You're ready to move forward. You get into a relationship too quickly. You have to deal with your inner demons, and you haven't done that yet. You will separate. But I still feel like this person might be your soulmate and come back into your life later. Whoever you are in a relationship with next might be the one, but no pressure. I'm getting a strong sense of this person is a part of your destiny. It's like you've accomplished one thing, building up yourself. You're ready. You are ready to make this decision and move forward with a relationship, because but you're not quite ready. You need to deal with yourself first. But yeah, I'm gonna pull some more cards. Hi guys, this is Anastasia here. I am currently editing the video, and sometimes my intuition just kicks in as I'm listening to the story that I'm telling, and I do have some more insight. The card Soulmate and Separation. There's a really big connection there. I feel that some of you just who don't even believe that you have a soulmate, your soulmate is out there, but you're not ready to meet them. You are separated, and they may not even be ready to meet you. You both might be in a place right now where you need to deal with your own personal issues before you can come together. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I really do feel that would resonate with some of you, and I hope that additional insight helps. Now let's pull some more cards. I just got this new deck today that I'm pretty sure is my new best friend. It is called Spellcasting, and it's just, I love it because when I'm reading my cards, I like to use my intuition, and these give like one word answers, which I like because then it gives me a direction, and then my mind just goes with it. And I'm really like, I'm not reading the book, like I'm just going with my intuition, and this deck, just the answers that it gives are just really, really specific, and they're really great. And I know this deck is going to give you guys so many answers in future readings, and myself too, and I'm just really happy with it. So let's see what we get from this deck here. Ooh. Same as my first pile, people. Same as my first pile, people. Yeah, this reading is very similar to my first pile 1 reading, and you're getting different cards, but like similar cards. You got 2 of the same cards from this deck and 1 new one. Literally same cards. Okay, so this just affirms everything I just said, and that makes me really happy. So, when you move forward, you are going, like, the next step in your life right now is to do some inner work, figure out what work you may not still be over and that you still have to deal with in order for you to be in a happy, successful relationship. You need to build your confidence. Confidence attracts so many people, and not just that, confidence is the key to success in all areas of your life. And you're confident in your work life, so why not be confident in your love life too? Think about it. Well-being. You're not really focusing on your well-being. In doing this, in accomplishing everything that you accomplished, you may be just kind of not letting yourself go, but like not paying attention to your mental and emotional well-being. Now is the time to do so before you get into another relationship, or if you're in a relationship, before your relationship moves on to the next level. Lighten your load. You're carrying way too much weight on your shoulders. Just as I said earlier, but you guys didn't hear it because it wasn't your pile. He's carrying the weight of the world on his back, but why do that when you could be carrying the weight of the world in your hands? You can have the world in your hands or on your back weighing you down. Like, I'd rather have the weight in my hands, the world in my hands, right? Boundaries. So maybe you have some boundary issues that you have to deal with. Figure out what your boundaries are. Really try to tap into them and assert that into your next relationship. Make sure that you guys stick to whatever boundaries you decide to implement or put out there into your relationship, okay? And then, like I said, if you're in a relationship, things seem really rocky, you might have some time apart reconciliation because this person is your soulmate. I really think that like either someone from your past is going to come back into your life, or if you're in a relationship, things might be rough, and then you might need time apart, and then you'll get back together. So I really hope this reading has given you some clarity or some guidance in any way. If it has, leave me a comment, send me a message. I would love to know. I love to know when my readings resonate with people. I'm happy to be available for a private reading if you feel that you might need a little bit more like of a tailored experience. I do my readings by email, but they're still pretty detailed and thorough. I do live readings, but they do cost a little bit extra just because I am a full-time teacher and I have a couple other jobs. So if you're interested, just let me know. And if you think that any of your friends might benefit from my videos, then please send them this video. Send them this love reading. I will be posting a general reading in the next couple days. It will be a reading for the rest of fall, so September through December, whatever you need to know about this time period. And I'm really happy that you listened to this video and you came here and you showed up. If you liked it and would like more tarot readings, then please subscribe and like this video. I will be posting more tarot readings, videos about my spiritual journey, and my goal is to help other people to wake up and have their own spiritual journey and like figure out what hurdles they need to jump over to have a happier life. I will be posting videos about why that's so important to me later, but yeah, I really appreciate you stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next video.